Thanks so very much, Joyce Guitar, for your sweet song. God bless you and do you good. Once again, this is Matalo TV coming to you live from our studios, and it's my hope and trust that you are well wherever you are tuned in. Be reminded that we are now back today with a call to the hurting man. And we've been trying to answer this great question. Why is it that the boy child is growing weak by the day? That's where we are, and today we are going to, to get back to where we started. This was on a topic on whereby a man is now in the picture as a counselor. A man as a counselor. That's where we are. And we have really given ourselves the introduction. I will not go back to where we started, but maybe I'll highlight 2 or 3 things, and then from there we'll be able to continue. Yes, I remember I said that every leader must understand that they are also counselors. Yes, this is the information that is lacking in our families and in our societies, that we have men who do not understand themselves. And I've always repeated myself by saying that a man is composed of 6 pillars, that he is a leader, he is a provider, a protector, he must be hardworking, a counselor, and a priest in his own capacity. If you don't know that as a man, you're already lost in your own world, and many things gonna get in the wrong direction, and you'll also live a very complicated life. And that's why we are setting records straight here, that every man should understand who they are and how to function. So right now, so many men do not understand that they are counselors in their own capacity. They wait for others to counsel them, and it's not bad to borrow ideas and to be counseled of others, yes, but we need to understand that this is something that is inborn. God created you and put into you that pillar, such that as you become a leader of your family, that family will not lose direction, that family will not be scattered, that family will have a good foundation from where to grow. And that's why I said yesterday that it was the duty of the father to counsel his sons and also his daughters on how best to handle their own lives and how to live their lives. And because I talked so much about such, I don't want to dwell on that. But today I also want to introduce to us that it was the duty of the father to help their sons and their daughters on how to handle themselves. Because it is one thing to be a son or a daughter, but it is yet another thing to be trained to understand the importance of handling your own individual life. So if you're careless with your life, we would be told life will be very difficult with you. If you mismanage your life, life will not spare you. Life will be very cruel on you. If you live recklessly, life will not give you some room to live in a reckless way. So we were trained to understand that how you handle yourself and how you carry yourself matters a lot. And so many sons and daughters do not know the importance of handling their own lives with care and living their own life with care. So a majority of them just live for the sake of living. And they are not perturbed of anything. They don't get disturbed of anything. They just live for the sake of living. So a good father would tell their sons, how you handle yourself talks volume on how you live your life. And how you carry yourself in life talks volume of your future. So a father would tell their sons, learn to conduct yourself in the right way. So when you are in the midst of other people, show that you are not just another person, but you are a different person. Different person in which ways? In behavior, you are a different person. In character, you are a different person. In discipline, you are a different person. In your talk, you are a different person. On matters how you handle issues, show yourself a person of dignity and integrity. So these two words were very important into the life of every daughter and every son, that you must show yourself as a woman or a man of dignity and integrity. A man of dignity and integrity. So you need to understand that so much is expected of you. And so we were given a foundation from where to grow, to understand that if we lose dignity, if we lose integrity, we are not going to accomplish anything in life. And that was a seed that used to be planted from an early age, such that you'd grow in that seed and you'd mature in the same. And I really thank God, because some of these seeds that were planted at an early age, they have kept us the way we are today. So it is important for sons and daughters to understand that. It is also important that fathers understand that it is our duty to give the right counsel to our sons and daughters and to show them how to maintain true values. Yes, true values. So a father would give counsel to their sons and daughters and show them the importance of maintaining true values and showing them how not to deviate from the same. Yes, we have a duty, we have an obligation here that we cannot escape. So as fathers today, such things are no longer there. We have exposed our children to mobile phones. We have exposed our children to TV and to movies. And nobody cares as long as we are providing food, as long as we are providing shelter. We are not bothered of such other things. But listen to this. What foundation you lay in the life of your son and daughter talks volume about their future. And so that is why a true daddy would take or spend a lot of time with their sons and daughters, training them to understand the importance of handling their own individual lives. Now, number two, we were also trained to understand that when visitors come visiting with us, we need to understand that we have no space there. So every time visitors would come in our homes visiting with us, we were warned ahead of time that you don't sit where grown-ups are, and you don't go listening to their conversation. So whenever visitors would come home visiting with us, we would keep ourselves busy and we would go out and pray out from outside and forget everything else that we were doing in the sitting room or in the house. Yes, we were warned ahead of time that a child should never share in the conversation of the adults or the conversation of them that are elderly. You should keep off the conversation of the elderly. You should not even dare listen to what they are saying. You should not even dare stare at them when they are sharing a cup of tea. tea. So I remember, thank God for our parents. Yes, they were harsh, but they instilled some good disciplines in us. I remember my mother, because it's also good to understand that as a father contributes in giving counsel to their sons and daughters, the mother's input must also be incorporated there. So my mother used to, she had her way of telling us that we need to reorganize ourselves and we need to understand what is happening. So she would give you, a certain look, and as she look with that kind of an eye, you would understand that I'm not needed here. Another look would tell you something else. Another look would tell you what you're supposed to do. She used not even to talk. She used not even to shout, but there were signs that she would give through her eyes, and you'd know that things are not okay here. So with our kids today, with this kind of a generation, if you happen to do so, they'll come asking you, what is the problem with your eyes? Now, they don't understand anything. For our mother to come to that level, she had brought us to that kind of an understanding that when visitors come, you must clear the room and you must keep yourself busy outside there. Now, another thing is that they used to instill some discipline on us. We used to be beaten because the only way you kick out folly or foolishness from the heart of a child is by by beating them, not like you beat an animal, but giving them some discipline through some whips. So we used to be whipped, and that was part of the discipline that I'm talking about. Today, we don't want even to touch our children. We don't want even the teachers to touch our children. They are so special to us. Listen to this. You don't know what you're doing, and you don't know what kind of a seed you're bringing up. So it is good that we instill discipline. And so a father would tell their sons, if you grow without discipline, then you are losing your life and you are losing your future. So the reason as to why I'm disciplining you, I remember those many days when my father would sit me down and tell me why he's giving me that kind of a beating. So he would not just beat me up anyhow, but he would take time to explain to me, I'm beating you because you did this and this and that. And that is the reason as to why I'm instilling discipline on you. So it is good that we take time to educate and to make our children understand why we are taking them in that kind of a direction. So another thing is that we would not misbehave. We were told when visitors come, you need to behave yourself right. You need to conduct yourself in the right way. So nobody would dare misbehave when a visitor is visiting with us. Now today's children don't care. They come and take the visitor's tea, and they start enjoying the visitor's tea, the visitor's bread, or the visitor's meal. When you put the meal on the table and you want to treat your visitors, there comes the child, getting into their plates and running away with a piece of meat and the like. And it's like, Daddy, don't do it again. No, that's foolish. You better discipline that kid from an early age. Give them the right counsel. Tell them you don't dare touch the food served to the visitor. It is bad, and when you do it, you'll be disciplined. Let us take ample time with our children. They don't know it. We need to give them the right counsel. We need to introduce them to how life ought to be conducted. This is what we need to understand. So another thing, yes, as we grew up, we were also told that whenever a visitor happens to come in our absentia, please make sure that that visitor does not leave the house without a cup of tea, a cup of water, or some food served to them. So we were warned ahead of time. And there was a saying in our parents that when you treat a visitor, you are treating an angel. So there was that kind of a saying as we were growing up, and you were told that when a visitor comes visiting, you don't allow them to walk away without some good treatment. Treat them with whatever is there. If there is a cup of milk, give them. If there is a cup of tea, give them. If there is food, give them. We were told that we should never ever allow visitors to come and leave without a cup of water. And I want to repeat myself. We were warned ahead of time that when we are doing it that way, maybe we are treating some angels who came visiting with us, and so we grew with that fear. We were mentored into that. We were counseled into that, and today it cannot go away. Yes, counseling is important to every child. Counseling is important to all of us. Yes, we were also told what? We were also told that it is important that when you have plenty, don't eat alone. Invite others and share with others. We have a society today that is so mean that you can die while your neighbor is making party and celebrating and doing all manner of things. You can die while your neighbor is feasting. Listen to this. It used not to happen like that. We were told and we were given this counsel that when you have plenty, it is not meant to be yours alone. When you have plenty, it is an opportunity that God has given unto you to share with others. Ask our sons and our daughters. They cannot even share with a neighbor. They are so mean. Why? Nobody introduced them into this kind of a sharing. Nobody mentored them into that. Nobody gave them that counsel that when you have plenty, it is not time to boast around that you have so much that you cannot even contain. It is high time. It is the opportune time to share with those other neighbors that are sleeping hungry. Please don't you ever look down on a poor person. Don't you ever overfeed yourself while others are sleeping hungry. It is time that you learn how to share. Yes, and it is biblical also. So we were trained on how to share what we have. Today we have a rotten generation, a generation of whom they are so mean, even mean to themselves. It's better that they eat and vomit other than sharing with somebody. Listen to this and listen carefully. A father would counsel their sons and daughters and tell them what you're practicing today. It is what will reciprocate in your future. So if you are mean young man, you grow to be a mean old man. If you are mean young lady, you grow to be an old mean lady. And that's why in so many families, when you visit with them, they are so mean even to give or to share what they have. Listen to this. This kind of meanness was addressed at an early age, and we need to come back to that. We need to come back to the right track, because we are already off guard. We are already overtaken by issues and events. Now listen to this. From there, a father would train their sons and would give them counsel, and he would tell them, it is your duty to protect the name of your family. It is your duty to protect the name of your family. Yes. And we grew to understand that, and we were very careful not to taint the names or the name of our family. We were very careful. We were very cautious that the name of the family will not be damaged. So we were very careful to guard and to protect the name of our family. Yes, and now where I come from, if you go to my village, the name of the family from where I come from stands tall. Why? Because we were trained on how to protect, on how, to guard the name of our family. Now today we have boys and we have girls who for sure who have messed up with the names of their families. They don't care how they live. They don't care how they interact with people. They don't care to respect other people. Listen to this. It is dangerous when you start to spoil the name of your family. There are repercussions. We were told and we were advised ahead of time that a great name is more than gold. A great name is more than gold. A good name is more than gold. So people rush for gold, but they don't understand that gold cannot fit the space of a good name. So our fathers would tell us, live to protect the name of your family. Today we have sons who care less. As long as they are walking around, as long as they were born in that family, they don't care. Listen to this, my sons and my daughters. You don't know, and you need to understand and to know from today that it matters how you protect and defend the name of your family. So if you live lecherous, you are tainting the name of your family and you are destroying the name of that family. So it is from today that you should know that the name of the family is so important, not only in the eyes of men but in the eyes of God. And that's why when you read in the Bible, you always read the genealogies, and you also read the lineage of those those Arab families, how they used to live. And you'd hear from the Bible that Abraham brought forth Isaac brought forth this other son brought the family lineage. The family name was highly guarded. It was highly protected. But we have sons today and daughters today who do not know these things. They just care for what they are doing. That is the only thing that matters to them. Listen to this, my sons and my daughters. As long as you cannot be able to protect the name of your family, you are lost in your own world and you need to come back to your senses. As long as you cannot protect the name of your family, I'm telling you, you are living a miserable life. It is the name of the family that gives you the strength to go, to move, to forge ahead. So the name of the family matters to all of us, and we need to understand that from today. And how do we protect the name of the family? By how we conduct ourselves, by how we behave, by how we talk, by how we associate with people, and how we interact with the people. That is the whole theory that sums up the good protection of our family. So you cannot just be an ignorant person and protect your family. You cannot just be so rude to people and protect the name of your family. You cannot be full of pride and protect the name of your family. You cannot be reckless and protect the name of your family. You cannot be so mean with other people that you don't want to associate with them, you don't want to socialize with them, and you pretend you are protecting the name of your family. We don't interact with the people because because they are all good. We don't socialize with the people because they fit what we desire to see. No, we just give ourselves to people and we socialize with them because we'll need them tomorrow, we'll need them another day, and without them our lives are failing. So to maintain that cause for a wise son and a wise daughter, and a father would give them counsel on such directions. Now, another thing is that we need to, we were told that as you grow up, there are so many things that happen in your surrounding. And there are people who do not trust in God. They trust in witchcraft. They trust in sorcery. They trust in magics. They trust in evil activities. And we were told, avoid such and never dare go that direction. Why? Because there are curses that come down down the lineage. When you involve yourself in witchcraft, demons will never leave that family. When you involve yourself in sorcery and witchcraft and all manner of magic or satanism, if you involve yourself into such, God will curse you, and your lineage will be cursed, your generation will be cursed. So we were told that never ever indulge yourself into such, because your generation will be cursed. Your generation will lose it all. Your generation will be doomed. Yes. And I want to talk to us straight. Look around to those people who go hunting for witchcraft, who go hunting for protection in witchcraft. Those people who indulge themselves in wicked and evil activities, look straight into their generation. What happens? So we were warned ahead of time that we should never, ever, ever even think about going that direction. And I want to warn my sons and my daughters, because today everybody is associating themselves with some wicked things. Today, young people are in Freemasons, young people are in Illuminati, young people are in devil worship, young people are in sorcery, young people are in magic, young people are all over. Listen to this. We were warned ahead of time that anyone who surrenders themselves to the devil, he will be an object of wrath, and God's wrath will come upon them whether they like it or not. And listen to this. A wicked person may flourish for a time, but they die before their time. A wicked person may flourish for a time, but they die before their time. But a righteous man and a man of peace live long enough. So we were told and we were cautioned of all the things that happen in our surrounding. Today, many people, because they don't have counselors with them, they don't have fathers and mothers who counsel them, they just take whatever comes their way. They just take whatever suggestion that is thrown their way. Listen to this. It is the duty of every father to warn ahead of time their sons and daughters on matters witchcraft, on matters sorcery, on matters anything that is wicked. Listen to this. It is the duty of the father and also the mother to counsel their sons and daughters. Listen to this. We have now young kids in primary school who are in devil worship. We have others in secondary school who are in devil worship. We have all manner of occultism with us today. Why? Because if you don't train a child the way he should go, he will deviate and he'll go into his own ways. So it is important we understand that the moment we lose counsel, we lose our sons and daughters. The moment we lose counsel, we lose our families. The moment we lose counsel, we lose our societies. The moment we lose counsel, we lose our nations. Yes, that is the truth of the matter. There is no shortcut about that. Yes, and now another thing that was introduced to us is respecting the elders or the elderly. Now today, my God, it pains me to see we are raising sons who are so senseless. Sons who are and daughters who are so senseless that an elderly day may enter a matatu, like would call them in Kenya, and a young man is seated and they cannot even give a seat to that elderly lady or that elderly man. They sit because they are paying their own fare. Listen to this. Yes, I know you are saying this is our generation and that's why you are perishing soon. If you cannot be able to respect an elder, if you cannot be able to respect an elderly lady, who is the age of your father, the age of your mother, and you are just seated, you cannot give them even space. Look at it. Me, I'm a preacher. I see it even in the churches. Yes, with young people, with young kids, they cannot wake up and give a seat to the elderly. They are so comfortable seated, and they are waiting to receive the preaching. Listen to this. These are some of the values that were taught in the homes. These are some of the values that were taught in the family. That when you see an elder, you respect them. Today we have sons and daughters of whom they cannot even say hi to an elder. They cannot even wake up to say hi to an elder. We were told that you don't ever, shake hands with an elder when you are seated. Today, what we have today, we have this disappointment with us as parents, that as a young boy, a young son will just say hi to you when they are seated. They don't care, and they are not even bothered. Listen to this. We were taught to understand that you never ever shake hands with an elder when you are seated. That is becoming rude, and that is becoming reckless. When an elder comes to you, it is not you to wait for the elder to say hi to you. It is you to humble and say hi to the elder. Listen, look at the sons we have today. They are destroying their own lives. Don't you know that an elder can speak a word in your life, and that word will change your life? Don't you know that an elder can speak a blessing over your life, and such will be established? Our sons and daughters don't know these things. They don't know the secret on how to live a better life. Yes, I'm a son of so and so. I don't care. You are foolish. It is not about where you are born. It's about how you conduct yourself, my son and my daughter. Yes, if you don't know how to relate with people, to associate with people, you are growing and you are becoming stupid with time. You are spoiling your own life, and we need to do away with stupidity. We need to grab wisdom here. We need to grab knowledge here. We need to grab understanding that how you conduct yourself and how you associate with people and how you live your life counts a lot on your future. That is the truth of the matter. Now, I know you're watching me. Ask your neighbors, how do you treat people? How do you associate with people? How do you interact with people? How do you respect people? Because that is all that we are missing. Let me tell you, our parents would tell us, and maybe let me just borrow here. Allow me just to say it in my mother tongue. My mother tongue, that is, our parents used to tell us, Adoneoido. Yes, so they would tell us that when you are able to relate well with people, you can never grow poor. When you miss people in your life and you miss and you miss the ways and means on how to interact with the people, you will die poor. That is the truth of the matter. It doesn't matter how educated you are. It doesn't matter where you come from. The truth of the matter is, if you don't know how to interact with the people, you lose all the opportunities that ought to have come your way. And listen to this. God has refused from the beginning that we have it all. Even myself, for me to come for me to come to your screen, somebody must be working behind the curtain for me to appear. So I need that other person in my life, because I may have all the information, but if I destroy my relationship with other people, I lose the opportunity to go far. So we were trained from another age that learn to befriend people, learn to associate with people, learn to interact with people, because your opportunities are with those people. The level that you want to go are with other people. The victory that you need today is hidden in other people. The promotion that you need today is with another person somewhere. And the door you want open before you is with another person somewhere. Now ask yourself, what benefits do I get by locking myself in a private place, by locking myself somewhere? That is the truth that you need to understand. So we grew with this understanding that we must find people and we must surround ourselves with people, because no man has it all. That is the truth of the matter. And you are trained from an early age to understand that. And no matter how well I preach, I cannot become a true preacher by my own. It is the people that I surround myself with that makes me a renowned preacher. That is the truth of the matter. So we were trained on all such. And thank God today, some of the things that we got from that early foundation, they are those values that has kept us moving to this day. So from there, because I don't want to get deeper more than we have gone today, I don't want you to chew more than you can swallow. I just want to continue telling us that we are going to allow ourselves to understand all counsel that is needed to be exposed to us, or that is needed to be introduced to us. So next lesson, I'll be teaching us why there was no corruption in those early days, and people used to live in good harmony. And I'll show you how corruption, gained a root in the society and in the families. So it is the duty of the father to train, to give counsel to their sons on how to grow without corruption. Otherwise, when we allow our sons to grow by themselves, they will become the most corrupt human beings on this service, on the service of the earth. And so today, just swallow that. And I promise I'll be coming back on that other lesson, and I'll show you where corruption started biting us, or where corruption started becoming a thorny issue in our societies. God bless you and God do you good as we switch to the other side of the studio for another number.